Hello my dear friends, this is Jaden from FYTLED. So today I'm going to introduce our latest new launch highbay, Future Highbay series. So you can have a look of our Future Highbay closely and briefly. And firstly, maybe you might not be impressed by this highbay at first sight, but following I'm going to introduce is unique features that might be how this highbay stand out compared to those of other suppliers. So for our Future Highbay, there are two housings. One is 320 millimeters and the other is 360 millimeters. For 320 millimeters diameters housing, it supports two voltages. One is 100 volts and the other is 150 volts. For 360 millimeters housings, it can support 200 volts and 240 voltages. So firstly, we can feel that our highbay has more massive aluminums. That is, usually in the market, most suppliers might offer only 280 millimeters diameters housings for 100 volts or 150 volts, but our housings is 320 millimeters diameters for the 100 watt and 150 watt. So I believe this massive aluminum could be more heat dissipation and for better heat management. Another feature of this highbay is that you can see that our housing and driver is separated with spaces. According to our lab engineering test, this space could reduce 3 to 4 degrees Celsius lower than that of the housing directly connected to the driver. Now we come to the cover part of Future Highbay. So you can see that there is some 90-degree lens, and second is frosted PC cover, which is 120-degree pin angle, and the other is 110 pin angle is clear PC cover. So you could see our 90-degree lens here, which it is a circular shape, so which means that you could change easily from the PC cover to the lens, and it does not reduce too much light efficiencies. So in this way, you could keep your stock more slim, because maybe you could buy 100 pieces of highbays, then you could only need to buy another 50 pieces of the clear PC cover, or the other 50 pieces of a frosted cover. Next, we come to our installation method of Future Highbay. Now you can see that is a hook over here in the top of the driver, which means that you could install our highbay with a rope, an iron rope, to the ceilings of the warehouses or the high halls. And the other might be wall mounted, and this shape is for rough shape of drivers, and so that you could unlock the driver, the screws here, and then use this plate to install the round drivers. And you could hear that some ways that you could change the pin angles. One hole that might be 5-degree change different, and the other one is this one. This is for rectangular shape of drivers, so this also very convenient for installations, and you can also change the pin angles over here. The biggest difference of our future highbay is that there could be installed built-in sensors. You can see here that this is the standard one, and with the screws here. But we could change easily to the sensors. Here, that is, you can see different clearly that this is a standard one, and standard one don't have this cable, but we could change this screw to sensors. Only need to exclude, loosen the screws, and here is the microwave motion sensors. So this is a unique part of our highbay. That is a smart plug and play motion sensors. Again, you can install it easily. Here you can see. Then you could fix this part of the blue end, and the other blue one, then you can screw it inside. Now we finish the installations here. So then we could put in here. Now this is finished. So we change from the standard version to the sensor versions. And we could also change to PIR sensors, because according to our market research, that some clients might prefer PIR sensors instead of motion sensors. So we could unlock here. Then we change to PIR sensors here. So it's unique. So also again, we fix this end of the blue cap, and the other blue we changed it. We screw it in. This is for IP65 waterproof standards. And the most important part of our sensors is that both our PIR sensors and microwave motion sensors, it is 12 voltage input, which means that because I'm not a licensed electrician, but I could install this highbay or change the standard highbay to PIR sensors or motion sensors. So it will work. So when you don't know the end customer's choices, my suggestions would be you could have for example, you could order 300 pieces of high-bays, but you could order 50 pieces of the motion sensors and the other 100 pieces of the PIR sensors accordingly. Then you could change from the standard version to the PIR sensors, which could, in this way, you could save your stock slim. So this may be a complete outstanding of the compare of that of the other suppliers' sensors. Also, we have actually from our other series of high bays, the motion sensors or PIR sensors is high voltage, which means its input voltage is 400 voltage to 230 voltage. But this will need a licensed electricians or professional or experts electricians. They only them could change the license, which will cost a lot compared to this series of high bays. And you could see that our sensors is in the middle of the high bay. So when hand behind this high bay, then it will not like the other sensors, the high voltage sensors, which will be mounted in the one hand of the sensors. If the housing, just I mentioned that other suppliers housing might be only 280 millimeters diameters for 150 watt. This might be a little small to when we mounted the motion sensor here, then the weight might obviously a bit little here, a bit weight like this, and there might be a sling, slide of the high base. But since this high bay is mounted in the sensors is mounted in the middle of the high bay, so when we hung it, this will be a plate, right? Now I'm going to introduce our remote controller. This remote controller can control both our microwave motion sensors and the PIR sensors. Here is the display of our remote controllers. So you could see that is from the top to the bottom, that is brightness. There are 4 options, 70%, 80%, 90%, and 100%. So when the motion sensor is dimmed, you could choose the light on brightness of the high bay. The second one is sensitivity. Our remote controller detected area distance is from 1 meter to 8 meters. So when we reduce the sensitivity to 50%, which means this controller, the sensors will detect the distance is within 4 meters, and hold tight 10 seconds to 60 minutes. The daylight sensors. And now I would like to try mode 1, which the brightness set at 70%, sensitivity at 50%, hold time 10 seconds, and no standby dimming. Now I press mode 1 and send confirm. Now I walk close to the highway and it detected. So the highway will hold 10 seconds, then it dims down. Now we would like to try mode 2, which set 100% brightness, 50% sensitivity, hold time 10 seconds, and standby dimming 10%, and the standby time 1 minute. Now I press mode 2, then press send for confirmation. So the light will light on for a minute. Now I walk closer to the highway, then detect it, and the brightness will go to 100%, and I got away. After 10 seconds, hold time, the highway will dim to 10% of original brightness.